What it do, people? It's your boy, Derek, on the mic again today. How's everybody doing? It's just going to be my myself today. Not going to have everybody with me. But before we get started, guys, please subscribe below and be sure to hit that like button. I only need 83 more subscribers to hit 200. Also, if you want to go ahead and follow your boy on Twitter, I'm at Dougherty_show. I'm also the same thing on Instagram too as well. And last week, we started off, I think, with the Super Bowl picks. I think I'm going to go resurface these to make sure that these are the ones I'm going to actually like. I don't know why though. There we go. Okay. I was looking at that money line earlier. So let's see. Me and Chris, let's see. Chris took the Eagles -2, and I took the Chiefs +2 and the money line. He also took the money line. He took the over. I took the under. Right now, the under is 51. I had the under at 50. I mean, I can always take more points, but I'm going to stick with my under at 50. If you guys want to take that actual 51, now would be the time. I mean, you guys are getting a little bit better odds than I am. The +2, ooh, it's changed now. I'm kind of glad that I bet that when I did because it says +1.5. I have +2. So that's good. And then the money line was +110, and now it's 105. Yeah, it looks like the odds have gone down a little bit since the last time we bet. So I won't be placing any new bets. My bets are going to remain the same. Still taking the Chiefs money line, that spread, and the under. All righty. Now let's get started. Alrighty. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I am going to do something else, though. There's some UFC picks. Let me go back to that. DraftKings. Just going to load this up right quick, and then I can show you guys UFC. And I'm only going to go to specific guys. People that I actually know. And ooh, here we go. Saturday, March 11th. Okay. Present. And boom, here we go. All right, so UFC picks. I'm taking Josh Emmett. Let's see. Some of these guys I don't know, so bear with me. Oh yeah, obviously. This is the one that's tough. But I'm taking Alexander Volkanovski. Now, I want both. I mean, I really do like both of these guys. Islam's been really impressive. But he already said he wants to knock him out. I just don't see that happening. I think Alexander has a lot of experience fighting in the championships and a lot of belts that he's trying to do or try to get. I'm sorry, and he's also trying to get the second belt. So I'm just going to shoot for the guy that's trying to get the second belt. So that's why I'm taking Volk, and that's some really good odds right there. +300, man. I mean, if you hit that, but Islam is heavily favored, as you can see. Now, the rest of these guys, I'm not too familiar with, so I think I'm just going to bet on those two guys. Yeah. Excuse me. Yep. And then we got this in the future. I'm looking forward to these fights. John Jones. It's a real game. I'll be taking that guy for sure. This guy for sure. This guy for sure. This guy. I can't wait. I mean, you got to see all this. I mean, just some absolute dogs of fights. Like, this is going to be a really exciting first 6 months of the year, honestly. Well, wait. Damn, he's not fighting until Sunday, December 31st. Jesus Christ. That's a long time from now. All right. Let me get out of there now. So, yeah, just those two guys for March 11th. Or not March 11th. February 11th. That's this weekend. Alrighty, now back to what I was actually going to do. Boom, boom. Alrighty, so We were talking last week about Sean Payton. Sean Payton is now the head coach for the Denver Broncos. Neuralink gets a first-round pick and an early pick, likely a second-round pick. I think there's actually details on it now. I didn't go and look it up. But they also have to give a pick back. And he's going to be their new head coach. And then there was a rumor that or not a rumor. Russell Wilson likes to have his own personal coaches or trainers. And this is what Coach said about that. Sean Payton asked about Russell Wilson having personal coaches on staff in the Broncos building. Yeah, that's foreign to me. That's not going to happen here.
On the 30-second
Coach, Russell Wilson had a personal coach, Jake Heaps, in the building with access who wasn't on the staff.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with that.
How do you feel about players having their own people off the staff in the building, access to players?
Yeah, that's foreign to me. That's not going to take place here. I mean, I'm unfamiliar with it, but our staff will be here, our players will be here, and that'll be it.
So yeah, he said it ain't happening. Personal coach, Russell, fuck no. He's going to get our coach, the coach that we give him, the trainers that we give him. He ain't getting no extra special treatment. He said, welcome to Sean Payton world. Alrighty, let's see what else we got on here today. Another head coach signing. We got Texans. They have signed 49ers defensive coach DeMeco Ryans, and they have agreed to terms. So DeMeco Ryans is now going to be the head coach for the Texans. I believe that's where he was originally from. So it's like a homecoming for him. So that's going to be pretty nice. And he was a strong candidate. I think the Colts interviewed him a few times too as well. Doesn't seem like we are interested in him. And I think Pat McAfee asked him, if I remember earlier today, what's his name? Ian Rappaport. He's like, we weren't in on DeMeco Ryans. He just shook his head like we were never really in on him. So I don't know. I'm curious to see who the Colts get. We'll get to that later. Now, I was watching I was scrolling through Twitter not earlier, but last week, and Arian Foster says the NFL was rigged in it, and it blew up. I wonder if I can find that tweet for you, honestly. Rigged. There it is. Boom. Let me pause it before you guys get a chance. Okay. And this is what Arian Foster had to say, and the whole world blew up.
It's funny, before we started taping, Arian was telling me about how the NFL is rigged and how every year he used to get a script.
Yeah.
Day one of training camp that would get dropped off at his locker. And you would have to, it was like week 1, you'll do this. Week 2, you're going to have a hamstring injury. Week 3, this is going to happen.
Yeah.
Week 4, you're going to get 3 touchdowns. And so then you just have to, did you memorize those before the season started? Or would you go and rehearse the script before every game?
We were really dedicated to it. So it was more so like, that's what practice was about. It was about practicing the script. Like, this is what goes on and this is what we have to do in order to,
And this referee is going to miss this call. Because they hate you and they love the Colts, that sort of thing.
WWF, so it's like, we know what's going to happen, but you still got to put on a show.
Yeah.
What did you think when you got the script in 2016 that said your career was going to fall off a cliff when you stopped believing in God?
That was 2015.
Yeah.
It's funny, before we started taping.
Yeah, clearly you can see in there, I mean, he's being sarcastic, but I mean, so many people took it seriously. And then all the NFL players started clapping back, and it had me cracking up. I think I saw one about Aaron Hernandez, and it was Elmo. Aaron Hernandez reading the script back then. Reggie Wayne put out one. Let's see, T.Y. Hilton. Myles Garrett and Mason Rudolph reading the script. Like, there's just so many funny ones. You guys got to go on there, see that thread. It's absolutely hilarious. Breaking news, by the way. It's not really breaking news. It's been around for a couple days now, but Tom Brady has retired from the NFL. And a little sappy post out about it. Crazy thing is, when he retired, someone went over there, got his sand, put it in a little container, apparently, and put it up on eBay for sale or for auction. It's at $99,000 right now, the last time that I checked. I mean, they're just, the fuck? Who the fuck needs sand? Like, what? No. People, man, I don't get you guys, man. Fucking sand? You're gonna pay $100,000 for sand. I mean, when you got money to blow, fuck. I guess blowing on dumbass shit, but I would never spend $100,000 on sand. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. I don't care if Megan Thee Stallion just sat on there. You ain't seeing me paying $100,000 for anything. Another player that did retire from the NFL too is AJ Green. He is the second Cardinal to retire this year. He retired after a 12-year career with the Bengals. I'm actually going to give some stats on him real quick. You guys already know Tom Brady's stats. I don't really care too much. So let's see. No, there it is. Boom. All right. Also, he caught a 77-yard touchdown in his final game. So that's pretty amazing. For the 2021 season with the franchise, he caught 54 passes for 848 yards, 3 touchdowns in 16 games. He wasn't really relied on much this year. 24 passes for 236 yards, 2 scores in 15 games. I mean, obviously, when you got, that loaded group right there, DeAndre Hopkins, 2 guys that stretch the field, and Marquise Brown. I mean, it's kind of hard to get targets. Plus, you had Zach Ertz, too, as well. I don't know why he's not named in there. And then before joining the Cardinals, he spent 10 years with the Cincinnati Bengals. That's where everyone knows him from Andy Dalton throwing the ball half the time, or most of the time, I want to say. He earned 7 straight Pro Bowl selections. He was one of the greatest receivers of his generation, having posted 1,000-plus receiving yards in 6 of his first 11 seasons. He racked up 9,430 yards, 65 touchdowns, 127 games with the Bengals. Didn't know he's from Georgia, though. Let's see. Green ends his career having caught 727 passes, 10,515 or 514 yards, and 70 touchdowns in 158 games. He is one of the best in Bengals history. I mean, I can't really name another wide receiver that would be better than him. But yeah, definitely a Hall of Fame career. I don't think he ever won a Super Bowl, though. At least he went to one. No, I don't think he went to one either. Damn, that sucks, bro. That sucks. But props to AJ Green and Tom Brady retiring. Exceptional people. And, it's me coming as a Colts fan. For years, I fucking dog Tom Brady. Talk about how terrible of a player he is. He's a system quarterback, all this shit. Kind of grown out of that now, kind of come to the realization, he's one of the greats, one of the GOATs, if not the GOAT. I mean, I don't know anybody else who's ever going to get fucking 7 Super Bowls in their entire lifetime. So, if anyone does, it'd probably be Patrick Mahomes. I mean, he's on pace for that shit right now. He's only 25 years old, so he could possibly do it. But 7 fucking Super Bowls is pretty fucking hard. Okay. I still think Peyton Manning is one of the greatest quarterbacks I've ever witnessed play football, but he was a regular season quarterback. He choked in the playoffs every fucking time. And I'm a Colts fan saying this. I would say that Tom Brady is the most successful quarterback of all time, though. That is a given. But yeah, he's got 7 fucking Super Bowls. Let's see. Oh, another thing I want to talk about. Fucking Tua. He just got out of his 1-month protocol for concussion, and there are several medical professionals that are already saying that he's confident he's going to return to football. I hope to God that he is ready, because this man's got way too many concussions already. I mean, he had like 4 or 5 this year. I mean, if he comes back next year, he's literally going to have to prove that he can stay healthy. Otherwise, I don't think he's the future for the Dolphins. If he gets injured even one time next year, just get rid of the guy. Make him your backup, trade him away, whatever the case may be. I mean, there's no point in having a quarterback on your team if he's never going to be there to play. He's great when he does play. I mean, he does have a loaded team now. But, dude, he smacked his head against the ground. Like, I've really never seen anyone do this before. Like, I think there's more to it. I don't know. He's not playing any football now until training camp. So, I don't know, man. I hope he can play a long, healthy career. I just don't know if he's the answer for the Dolphins. We'll see how he plays this year. Aaron Rodgers to the Raiders. Been hearing that rumor lately. He was actually playing golf, and he actually won that golf tournament he was in. Someone came up and asked him and goes, "You want to do any breaking news?" He goes, "Well, I heard a lot of people talk about me going to the Raiders, man." I mean, he pretty much said that the Raiders would be nice if he went there. But like, he was speculating or just pretty much like leaving people on a hook. not committing to it and saying that he was going to do it, but he said he did like the idea essentially. But can you imagine Aaron Rodgers in a Raiders uniform? I mean, I always think about him in a Colts uniform, but damn, over there with Josh McDaniels, you got Devontae Adams, Darren Waller. I think Hunter Renfrow's still over there. They have some big new receiver that they just drafted. I think I forgot his name. I don't know if Josh Jacobs returns to the team. He's due for a real big payday this year because he's a free agent. But I think they re-sign him. You never know. I mean, he did just lead the league, I think, in rushing or something like that, or pretty close to. He was up there, number 1 or top 5. I mean, but yeah, I mean that'd be a loaded offense for him. They just need some defensive players over there. Now, trades. Before we get into trades, Bulls are not seeming like they're trading for anybody. I mean, if they are trading for some of those rumors that they're going to trade for a point guard, they've rejected trade offers for Kobe, Zach LaVine. They said that, what's his name, Alex Caruso is untouchable. So I'm just like, what are we doing? Like, we're mediocre right now. People even kind of winning lately. I'm like, I don't know what to make with this team yet. Maybe we do want to run. I think they extended the trade deadline too. I think it goes until Wednesday or something like that. But there is, what was it, Kevin Garnett? Yeah, it was Kevin Garnett. He came out and said something. Let me share this with you guys right quick about the Bulls. There he is. And you can go to @Daniel Greenberg, or I'm sorry, @Shy Sport Update, not sports, Shy Sport Updates. NBA Hall of Famer Kevin Garnett said on Showtime that he believes the Chicago Bulls should trade for Damian Lillard. Garrett, I like the Chicago Bulls team, man. I was waiting on Lonzo Ball to get back to see how they look, but they might break up that team. Or I hope they don't break up the team. Okay, if they do, get rid of Zach LaVine because that dude's been shooting twos, as you saw a couple weeks ago. Maybe he's learned from that. I don't know, man. I mean, that really made him look bad. And I was really like, get rid of Zach LaVine. We'll see how this goes. I hope that we trade for someone at the trade deadline. If it's Damian Lillard, I'm going to be fucking happy as fuck. Doubt it happens, though, because I feel like no one ever wants to go to Chicago. We're a shit-run organization. We've been kind of crap for like 20 years, it seems like. We haven't been relevant since the 90s. I don't know, man. I don't know. I hope. It'd be awesome. It would definitely allow us to flourish. We don't have to worry about rushing Lonzo Ball back if he ever comes back. I mean, this is his second knee surgery, so we don't know if he's ever going to play basketball again, to be real. You know, is he? Maybe. Maybe not. Bengals Joe Mixon has a menacing charge dropped after he had a warrant issued out for his arrest. That's Joe Mixon. So Cincinnati Bengals Joe Mixon had an aggravating menacing charge dropped on Friday after being charged Thursday. I'm not going to watch that. It was, let's see. That's what his lawyer, I want to say, said. I want to see what he did. Oh, yeah, here goes. He allegedly pointed a gun at a woman and said, "You should be popped in the face. I should shoot you right now. Police can't get me." That's a dumb thing to say. I don't know if he would say that. I mean, you already know his past history. I guess he laid out a woman. There was a video of it, like, I think back when he was in college, right before he was about to get drafted. He literally KO'd a woman. She came up to him in the bar, forgot what she was doing, yelling, I think started hitting him a little bit, and he just one-pieced her and walked outside or something like that. But when you have that history on you and of doing something like that, and then this report comes out, it looks extremely bad because people are going to bring up that old incident and instantly put 1 or 2 and 2 together, and they're going to like, yep, he did that, you know, and then just automatically make accusations and assumptions. So it's good that this got dismissed. Because if this continued to happen, you already know he'd be getting dragged through the mud. And also, I wonder if the Bengals kind of didn't want him to play because of this charge. Like, how long was this going on? Because they didn't get fired, I don't think, until like a couple days ago. But I think this has been going on for about a month or something like that. But I'm thinking when I was watching the Bengals game against the Chiefs, Samaje Perine was playing the whole entire time, and we didn't really see Joe Mixon too much. I mean, he played a little bit, but Samaje Perine was like the lead back that game. So maybe they're like, hey, man, We don't know if this is true, but we don't want to look bad. So, why don't you just chill on the sidelines? Samaje will take over, and you just get a couple reps here and there, make it seem like we don't give a fuck about, we're not like, not using you, but maybe no one will pay attention, because Samaje, he's gonna do good. He's gonna do good. It's part of the script. Well, yeah. Moving on. Derek Carr, that motherfucking baby back bitch. He actually did pretty good at the skill games or Pro Bowl skill games, whatever the fuck you want to call that shit. I think he was doing pretty accurate. But what are his landing spots? Where do I think he's going to go? Like, where will he be successful? Everyone's going to call me crazy, but I like the 49ers. He's out in Las Vegas. It's not too far from him. Stay on that side. Trying to think. Brock Purdy and Trey Lance, they're injured. They're not, like, one of them's not coming back for 6 months. That's their time recovery. So throw Derek Carr in there, man. Let him play this season. Let those guys just sit, get healthy and whatnot. And then, see how it goes, They're not signing Jimmy Garoppolo again. I know that's not happening. So that's my take on it. Trying to think of another team that'd be really good. Honestly, let me pull up my ESPN app real quick and see. Let's see, NFL standings. Okay, who do I think? Maybe the Jets. I mean, they got Garrett Wilson. I just don't want him to come to the Colts because he's a baby back bitch. Okay, if he comes to the Colts, so be it. I'm not going to be a fan. I will not watch football this year if he is starting on our freaking team. But if he goes to another team, hey, I'll root for him. New York Jets, though. Garrett Wilson, Elijah Moore over there. You got that guy coming back from injury, Breece Hall. Still got Michael Carter over there, I believe. So I feel like he'd flourish over there. They got a really good defense. That'd be good. That'd be a smart move to go over there. Who else? Maybe Tennessee Titans. Tennessee, they need a quarterback. I mean, Ryan Tannehill ain't cutting it. Do you really think Malik Willis is the deal? Nah. Throw a Treylon Burks over there. I think Robert Woods is over there. So, and then you got Derrick Henry behind you, and he's already got Josh Jacobs. You just got a bigger guy. Maybe Dallas Cowboys. Trade Dak Prescott away. Throw Derek Carr in there. See how it goes, man. I feel like he could flourish over there. Trade Derek Carr for Dak Prescott. I don't know. There's still time. That'd be a little shakeup right there. And then maybe Carolina Panthers, Frank Wright. I mean, there was rumors that he was supposed to go to the Colts. I think a couple years ago when we were trying to get either Philip or it might have been last year. I think it was last year when we were trying to get Matt Ryan. We were deciding which one we're going to trade for, but I think we went with Matt Ryan ultimately. But yeah, maybe he goes to Carolina Panthers and starts with Frank Wright. He'd do pretty well over there, I think, honestly. That's all I got, man, honestly. For teams I think that Derek Carr would go to and be successful. Notice I never named the Colts. Kyrie Irving. He rejected his contract offer with the Nets. Then he requested a trade. Now he's a member of the Dallas Mavericks. Mavericks are sending Dorian Finney-Smith, Spencer Dinwiddie, and a 2027 first-round pick and a second-round pick to the Nets, all for them. And that was not just what other teams are offering. Other teams are offering all types of stuff. Apparently, Luke Kennard and Terrence Mann and more were offered for Kyrie Irving in a trade for the Clippers. Oh, and the general manager, Joe Tsai, I think that's how you say his name. He didn't want to trade Kyrie Irving to the Lakers prior to the Mavericks deal. The Lakers offered a first-round pick and Russell Westbrook. And I just read another report that they wanted that plus, like, even more, like all the younger players and stuff like that. It's just stupid, Like, yeah, we're not going to break up our whole team for that. And let's see. Brooklyn Nets received Los Angeles Lakers a proposal that did include two first-round picks, Oh, Phoenix Suns offered Chris Paul and Jay Crowder and unspecified picks. Let's see. Did I? Yes, I'm going to share this with you. It says, among the possibilities for expanding the Kyrie Irving to Dallas trade, before this evening's scheduled trade call, league sources said that Brooklyn has explored the feasible of packaging Spencer Dinwiddie and draft capital to Toronto in an attempt for Fred VanVleet. That would have been crazy, Fred VanVleet over there. Actually, you know who's balling over there and on Brooklyn Nets? I want to say Cameron Thomas. Yep. Cam Thomas dropped 47 points tonight. It's his second straight 40-point game. I just picked him up in fantasy basketball, man. Doing exceptional, bro. You're doing exceptional. I'm loving every minute of it, bro. Keep it up. Alrighty. Now on to the Colts. I don't even know what we're doing. I mean, we've interviewed like 12 candidates, I think. We brought like 12 candidates back for a second interview. We've let a lot of other guys sign with other teams because apparently we weren't interested in them. There's a report says that we're interested in Shane Steichen. I think that's how you say his name. Steichen. There's also reports that we're interested in Raheem Morris. So I think those are like the other two that are part of it. And then the third one, I guess, is maybe Jeff Saturday. But apparently, according to Ian Rappaport, and he was on the Pat McAfee show earlier today, said that they're leaning away from Jeff Saturday. So it's a good thing. Also, there was also a rumor I saw somewhere. I don't know who reported it, but it said that Jeff Saturday said that he wants to be head coach again, but Chris Ballard would have to leave. I'm like, what? No, that's why they're leaning away from him now. Maybe that's why. But like Chris Ballard's done pretty exceptional. I mean, I don't know if anyone remembers our last general manager. We had Ryan Grigson. Oh God, Ryan Grigson just signed a bunch of no-name free agents to a lot of money, like people that are just average and have always been average and figuring, oh my God, they're going to be exceptional, do really great all of nowhere. No, like Gastro Chirilis, I will never forget that horrible signing, man. Great, great props to him for getting that bag, but he was not worth it, man. Not at all. And then the Trent Richardson trade, that was horrendous. I mean, we already know how running backs plan out, man. There's just so many, and then the fact that he didn't talk to anybody, apparently he was just like in his own zone, didn't really want to talk to anyone. Players never talked to him ever. He's always mean and disrespectful and always fining players for stupid things and really controlling. Him and the head coach weren't getting along, him and Chuck Pagano and stuff like that. They just button heads all the time. So, yeah. I really like Chris Ballard. And not only that, I mean, I don't like it just because of that previous thing. He's done so much for our team. I mean, he turned that roster inside and out. We went from losing Andrew Luck and obviously seeing how terrible of a team our roster was. And since then, man, we haven't had a quarterback, but we've had a really solid defense. We have one of the best running backs in the NFL. We had one of the best offensive lines, but I'm sure we'll get that fixed now that we're going to get a new head coach and stuff like that. Yeah, just things are looking up. I wouldn't get rid of Chris Ballard. So, I mean, I feel like that's dumb that Jeff Saturday said that. I feel like Jeff Saturday is just trying to take more control over things, and he wanted someone in his corner that, thinks the way that he does. I don't think it was going to mesh well. Also, a weird thing that I saw was Wink Martindale is leading the odds, I think, on signing with the Colts. Let me look that up still, if that's the same. This was a day ago. I think this one was 8 hours ago. Let's see. Breaking down the odds. Yeah, right now, Wink Martindale is the favorite. That's insane. Then it was Jeff Saturday's next, plus 300. Raheem Morris, plus 500. Shane Steichen, plus 1,000. And Aaron Glenn, plus 1,000. I haven't even heard Glenn's name, to be honest. I honestly think maybe it's in between Martindale, Morris, and Steichen and Jeff Saturday, but now they're not leaning towards those guys. I'm sure they'll start calling the other people, letting them know they don't have the job, that they're not interested in them soon. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Honestly, I don't think the Colts are picking a head coach until after the Super Bowl, so we probably won't know until Monday or after the game. All right, Pro Bowl games. They had flag football, and then I'm gonna share this tweet that Stephen Holder put out. For those of you who don't know who he is a writer for the Indianapolis Colts. I mean, he writes for the Indy Star. I wouldn't say for the Indianapolis Colts, but he writes all about the Indianapolis Colts quite often. And he is an NFL reporter. Anyways, the emphasis on flag football in the Pro Bowl games is not happening in a vacuum. The NFL is strongly supporting the game at the grassroots level and is backing an effort to include flag as a new entry in the new 2028 LA Olympic Games. The idea has actually had significant support. So essentially, they're trying to get flag football into the Olympics, which is pretty awesome, though, because not only would males get to do that, females would get to do that too, which is pretty cool. You know, get that out there. I feel like that's a really fun sport because I feel like everyone can do that. It doesn't matter who you are, honestly. And you're not getting hurt doing anything like that. I mean, you might get hurt. Don't get me wrong. Injuries always happen, but I honestly like the Pro Bowl games to a certain extent this year. Like, I watched it. Normally don't watch the Pro Bowl at all. It's always just the players don't seem like they're into it. Peyton Manning was definitely into this flag football game, and he was so angry when his brother beat him. I mean, you can see a couple things that I noticed. Pat McAfee was talking about a particular play where I want to say it was Geno Smith maybe that ran it for a touchdown. It was within the 5-yard line, and I think someone rushed him, and when they rushed him, he ran. And Pat McAfee said that he read the rule book, and in the rule book it said that if you get rushed, I think within the 5-yard line, you're allowed to run it in or something like that. And the ref called the penalty on that and said it has to come back. And then another time happened where it was on Peyton Manning's side, and they ran, and it was like, I don't know, second down or something like that. And they did the same thing. I forgot whatever the rule was. And then they called a penalty, and it was 3rd and something. And Peyton Manning came out. He's like, "What? We changed that. We changed. What is blah, 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 blah." And he's getting all angry and infuriated with it. It was pretty awesome to see him into it. You know, like, I don't know, man. That dude's a funny dude. So is Eli. Eli's hilarious, man. Those guys, though, I feel like they're going to be back next year, and Peyton's going to want his revenge. Alrighty, and I think this is my last one for the day, guys. This is a Field Yates tweet. This is just some stats I was going to share with you guys. The Chiefs this year are 16-3 in overall. They've scored 546 points. There's 6 All-Pro players on their team, including Kelsey and Patrick Mahomes. Now on the Eagles side, same thing, 16-3. They've scored 546 points, and they also have 6 All-Pros, including another Kelsey brother, which is Jason Kelsey, and of course, Jalen Hurts. So I just thought that was kind of ironic and weird that like these numbers are literally identical. You know, honestly, I think the Chiefs are going to do it. I think they're going to win another one, and Ariel's going to get a second one. So will Patrick Mahomes. They just activated Clyde Edwards-Helaire, so he's going to be coming back, which makes me think that they're going to be running the football down their throats a lot. Kadarius Toney is going to be in this game, he said. So it's looking pretty up for this, man. I'm really excited to watch this game. I'm having my Super Bowl party, man, and I'm dialed in. I'm locked in and ready to go. All right, guys, before I go, don't forget, subscribe below. I literally just need 8 or 3 more subscribers to hit 200. Help a brother out. And also hit that like button. I appreciate that, homie. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, guys, at Dougherty_show. Thank you guys for listening. Peace out.